Hey guys, how you doing? My name is Rich Guzman.
Hi guys, I'm Anastasia, husband known as Coach Ace.
And welcome to Ace of Rich Freedom by Design. Today's episode is all about affiliate marketing for beginners. And this is, I believe, episode 34.
34.
Yeah,
man.
amazing.
Right on.
Amazing
Yeah.
how far we've come. And what I want to do is I want to focus on today about your business, about what if you can crush it? What if you can actually make it happen? I'm saying this in a way like this because I want you guys to really think about the both sides of your head and what it's probably saying. It's, half of it's going to be like, well, I don't know if I can do it. The other side is like, yeah, I want to crush it. So, but the other side, that side is saying, you want to crush it. Unfortunately, it's uncomfortable, right? You feel
That's
uncomfortable
right.
because you're like,
Yeah.
I want to crush it, but then you're like, well, can I really do it? And my answer is yes, you can really do it. So I believe you guys can really crush it. So think about it, and I want you guys to lay in your bed at night before you go to bed and just ask yourself, what if I can crush it? What if I can crush it? What would happen to my life? What would happen to my business? What would happen to me? Who will I become? These are good questions to ask yourself. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I am going to go over to the Facebook and also our YouTube channel here with our Freedom Warriors.
What's up, Freedom Warriors?
And see who is on the live.
Mark Castile, how you doing? Good to see you.
Mark,
Tina
what's happening?
Brewer, all right, good to see you as well.
Cool beans. All right, so guys, I want you guys to share it out to the world, get this message out there, let people know that what if they can crush it, and who will they be? Who will they become?
Yes,
right?
Tracy
This
Lee,
message
good
is
to
powerful.
see you. Mandy Priano, good to see you as well. Spencer
Tracy,
Bell, hope
Mandy,
you're feeling better,
what's
pal.
happening?
Hope Spencer's feeling better. We
Oh
miss you.
no, Spencer, hope you're
I
feeling
know.
better, man.
David Toomey, good to see you as well. All right, awesome. Who
Mandy
else do
said,
we have?
Mandy said my face is naked. Well, it grows and then I shave it. It grows and I shave it, and so it was time to get rid of the big bushy hair coming out my face and stuff. Angel came to me and says, Dad, your sideburns are starting to grow. And I'm like, oh, time to shave. So I like to look clean cut sometimes
There you
too.
go.
So.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Hi,
so,
Victoria. Good to see you as well. Victoria's here. Great.
Yeah.
Awesome.
we had a great.
We got Moses. All right.
Moses, my
What's up,
brother from
Moses?
another mother. How you doing, man? I can tell you that we had a great call yesterday.
What an excellent
And
call yesterday.
what I want to do is after this is over, I'm going to put the actual link of yesterday's video because I really think it was awesome. The engagement, people really love the content and what we're talking about. Because what we're doing is we're with this channel is we're not just talking about business. We're going to start talking about personal development. Changing your mindset. We're going to talk about network marketers, affiliate marketing. We're going to go across the board and hit from different angles. So that way we could address problems that people are dealing with from different facets, okay? So, and also Friday we're going to talk about what? The law of attraction.
Yeah, and we're
it's not
still
about
doing
that one,
we're
right?
still doing hot seat too at the same
Still
time.
doing hot
so
seat.
Hot seat's
Yeah.
still on, and this is our new schedule. So you guys are gonna love this because you're gonna be getting Ace and Rich pretty much every day.
Oh my God.
It's freaking phenomenal, and we're just giving you guys what you guys want. 'Cause
Absolutely.
everybody keeds asking, can we get more of Ace and Rich?
Give them the goods.
Sure,
Give 'em
you
the
can
goods.
have us more. Of course,
Yep.
we had to work our schedule on that one.
Oh yeah. Definitely.
Yep.
So what I'm going to do is, guys, think about what I just asked you, okay? What if you can crush it?
What if?
Okay?
Think about that for a moment.
What if? What if you can crush it?
Yeah.
Like, who would you become? How would you feel? Let me know that emotion internally. How would you feel? Right? You act as if you're telling yourself right now, oh my God, like I can see it. I
Yes.
can see it.
Yes.
I'm successful. I'm making it happen. I'm learning this business on how it works.
Right.
Affiliate marketing, right? We're learning what affiliate marketing is all about. We're learning about building the list. We're learning about following up. We're learning about communicating and building relationships.
Effective communication.
And
follow-up,
not only
yes.
that, but what we're going to go into the future is more, and we're going to do some training on branding as well.
Absolutely.
And Anastasia's going to show you some really, really cool stuff. I can't wait for that one. That's going to be really, really awesome.
Yeah, branding is very, very important, and some of you don't realize how important it is until you actually start understanding the fundamentals and basics of branding. No matter what happens to the internet, no matter what happens in your business, you always want to stick with personal branding, and it never changes. It no matter what happens to the industry, as things move and change, because we are in the fast-paced society with the internet changing all the time, branding is always the same.
It's key because that's how you stick out in the marketplace.
Yes.
You know, if you have your own brand situated, you got your core message, your core values, what you believe in. It doesn't matter if haters come along. You're so planted on the ground about what your belief is and what you're aspiring to achieve.
Yes.
Nothing else matters. Nothing could deter you from your clarity and your focus, right? That's branding. When you know your message, you know who you are, and you are the brand. Remember that. You are the brand. Very, very important. So guys, what I did was I actually am posting yesterday's video in the description from today's video. And the reason I want to do that is because I want you guys, if you didn't get a chance to look at yesterday's video.
Or participate, participate and come in, yeah.
I really think that is very beneficial for you guys, take a look at it. So I'm going to put it right now so you guys have it. Let's see, yesterday.
Hello, Lamar. Hello, Diane Robin. There's more people, more Freedom Warriors are popping on the live.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good to see you guys. Thanks for stopping by. You're going to really enjoy this one.
Yep, exactly. So I want you to think about, like, what I've been talking about is, what if you can crush it? How would you feel?
Type in the comments. How would you feel? What emotion really would come over you if you would absolutely crush it in your business? No matter what business you're involved in. Doesn't have to be the business that you're marketing. Could be, in your business that you have as your primary business. Like, what is it, right? Because we all have multiple streams of income. But what is that? What is it that you really hone in on 110%? You give it your all.
Yeah.
What it?
Yeah. I mean,
right?
Think about the motion and the feeling of success. Give me the motion and the feeling of what would it feel like when you start seeing, yourself get results, when you start helping other people and you teach them because you're investing into your intellectual capital. See, guys, what I'm doing is I'm painting a picture for you.
Yes.
Okay? My secret, since 2008 and why I've always been successful is because I've always focused on the vision. And vision is very, very important when it comes to your business. Even in affiliate marketing, yes. Even in affiliate marketing. So you got to paint the picture on what you want to see yourself as before it even happens. How do you expect to have that success? How do you understand how to make affiliate marketing work for you if you can't see yourself successful? If you can't see yourself making that sale? If you can't see yourself creating your own Facebook group and being the leader and being the teacher and being the one to impact other people's lives? You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
It starts with the vision. It starts with seeing the future before the future is even here. Okay? I've always done this and it has served me well. And when I go into personal development and I study this stuff, guess what? The leaders do the same thing. All the personal development leaders always had a vision, even when they were broke, even when nothing was working. Okay?
Yep.
You guys have the ability to do the same thing. You are no different. You just have to know how. Okay? So my question to you once again, what if you guys can crush it? How are you going to feel? And when you know that and you feel the emotion internally and you start to get that nice positive thought because you experience the freedom before it even gets here, then guess what? You are on your way. Because when you can captivate that in that moment in your head, in your vision,
it's inside.
Nothing is going to deter you from achieving what you created in your own mind.
Nothing is going to stop you, and you end up becoming unstoppable.
Yeah, and you become very strong.
Yes.
Very strong-minded. And,
very strong.
And you're going to go through the ups and downs, and the ups, you're going to just ignore them like it's nothing because it's part of the journey. It's part of the process.
Yes.
But you're going to be so headstrong and so, so clear on what you see that it's like, that's it, man. I'm going to make this happen. And that's the key, guys. So, that's why, you got to ask yourself, what if you can crush it? What if? Because that's what I asked myself a long time ago. Hey, Rich, what if I make it? Hey, Rich, what if you become successful? Hey, Rich, what if you could generate leads?
And I remember,
hey, Rich, what if you make your first sale?
And I remember when we were in the Motel 6, being in that situation where I was thinking to myself, what if I could get an apartment? What if I could literally, get us out of here in a less period of time than what it normally takes somebody who is homeless.
Right.
Right? I was literally seeing the possibilities. I was putting it out there and speaking it into existence. I want out of here. I'm going to do what I got to do to get us out of here. And I saw the vision of us into a brand new apartment. I saw a vision of us, you know, with a refrigerator full of food. And then I saw us, like, you know, working the business around the clock the way we were doing. We were hustling, we were busting ass, but we were literally getting things going. And Rich was on the board writing formulas like Einstein, you know. He was getting it on.
I still write stuff, so I mean, still to this day I do the same thing.
But I saw the vision. And I didn't realize that I was seeing a vision because in the past, I struggled with this. I struggled with believing in myself.
Well, you didn't understand.
And I didn't understand it because nobody coached me on this until you came in my life. And he started coaching me on seeing how I could crush it, seeing how I could deliberately push myself on past the envelope, past, you know, uncertainty, and really get clear on my vision and seeing myself succeeding.
Right. Because she thought, you know, I remember, I could look back and remember that conversation. Yeah. It's like, Rich, how do you create a vision? What is vision? I'm trying, Rich. I just don't get it. And then I coached her and I taught her, I trained her on how to think a little bit differently, on how to use your imagination. Yes. Okay. Yes. And then that starts as your vision. Okay. Imagination is the most powerful thing as an entrepreneur. Is what we got. Right. Use it. Yes. It is powerful, guys. Okay? Yes. But imagination must take action. You can't just have imagination with no action, right?
Right.
So now I like what Moses said here. Moses says, calm, peace, warmth throughout my body, ease of mind. Okay? So I love that. And here's the magical thing about that is that when you can feel that way right now, why you are broke, why you're not successful, why you're in the phase of building your business, then you are at the right place as far as being headstrong.
Absolutely.
If you can maintain that through the journey, you're going to be amazed at what you could accomplish. Because what happens is when we try to accomplish something, when we try to build our list and we're in the middle of that journey and nothing's happening yet, we get deterred from our negative thoughts that prevent us from seeing that vision that we created so clearly. Yep. Right? That's the problem. If we can't remain that vision and keep it clear, and it gets clouded by the negative thoughts, you get pulled away from that. And when you get pulled away from that, it's very difficult to achieve your goals. It's difficult to achieve that success that you're looking for, or that result that you're trying to obtain. Okay? Understand, guys, and this is so serious, and this is really, really huge what we're sharing with you tonight. Okay? That's why I like what Moses said. That's why, calm, peace, warm throughout the body, ease of mind. It's so important to maintain that level of clarity. If you can do that, Moses, practice. Yeah. Practice it. Even when your days suck, just keep practicing it. Mm-hmm. And that vision will stay so clear that you will just keep pushing yourself. And then more things start to get done. You start investing in yourself more. You start to learn more different things because you're learning and you're growing and you're taking action on what you're applying. And it works. It just works.
One of the things that you actually can utilize to help you stay in that time, in that mindset, is to create a vision board. Okay? A vision board is really, really powerful because many people who feel like they have to see the future to see how they want to design their freedom, they create this vision board. Now, I've seen people get really creative. They'll go to an office supply store, pick up some poster board and some, glue, and start cutting out, different magazine clip outs and things like that, and start creating that vision of what their first goals are going to look like, whether it be travel, or it'll be, more money in the bank, or, maybe they look differently and they have a different physique because they want to work out and they want to get a better looking body, or they have a new property, like new house, right? Or they're going to Disney World with their kids, so they have pictures of their kids, whatever it is. Don't go based on what other people want to see of you do. You want to go based on what your vision is, because nobody knows you but you know yourself. So you know what you're capable of. So now, if you could crush it, how would your vision board look like? And if you don't have a vision board, hell, use the refrigerator. Start putting magnets all over the place, put pictures all over. Let your significant others see where your mind is going.
Did we saw that Lake Tahoe magnet on the refrigerator?
We still have it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we still have it on our refrigerator.
I brought that back from when I went 8 years ago.
And it's been there ever
And
since.
we put it there to visualize that we're going back one day.
And there we go.
And
We made it. We went.
pretty weird, huh?
Yeah, we went.
But
you know?
we never lost sight of,
We need a new magnet.
of going there.
We need a new magnet. We need another place to go.
Yeah, I know, right?
You know, maybe Bora Bora or something. We'll put something up there.
Oh, yeah.
But what I'm saying to you is this is very powerful because, you know, I'm sure you don't live alone. And for those of you who are alone, a vision board is really going to keep you on that path.
Yes.
And for those of you who don't live alone, you have children and you have a significant other, you know, use the refrigerator. Everybody has to go to the refrigerator. So look at the refrigerator and turn that into a vision board.
Yeah.
Turn that into the vision board of when you crush it, this is where you will be and
Yeah.
what state of mind you're going to be in. Am I making sense, guys?
Yeah.
Right? And that's going to show your significant other, like, wow, you know, he or she is really thinking about our future. It's not just some internet marketing gimmick. This thing is real. This thing is really going to pay off our bills. This thing is really going to make us
Yeah.
travel. This thing is really going to help our children pay for their education and go to college. This is going to create our nest egg. When they see that, then you'll get the person who's always been negative, get them thinking,
Yes.
get them believing,
Yep.
right?
Turn a hater into a follower.
Exactly. But you got to be crystal clear on what you want. It's so much, like we do goal exercises, right? SMART goals and things like that. But one of our mentors told us that we really need to create a brand spanking new, like, board. Like, have it in front of us where we can see it every single day. We have a couple of team members, Diane, Robin, Lawrence. These two, okay, they already was ahead of it. They already had it. They got the truck that they want. They got the place that they want to go to. They got exactly crystal clear on what they want, and it's right there in their home where they can see it every day. And don't get it twisted. Once you create the vision board and you start accomplishing the things that are on that board, then you create a new board. You see, that's the problem. When people get successful, they think that that's where they stop. You create multiple boards.
Yeah.
You create new goals.
Yep.
And new challenges will come with those goals.
Yep.
So you've got to welcome them and you got to face them head on. So have a vision board. Yeah.
And, you know, I was talking to her about this, and she said we don't need another board, but I'm thinking about getting another board.
We need to get another board.
This board's been filled up with a lot of different, you know, strategies and marketing tactics,
Mm-hmm.
but we want to get a board for a different,
Yes.
you know, a different aspect of what we want to visualize.
Yes. Absolutely.
Very, very, very important.
Yes.
So, because she's getting ideas now, and I'm rubbing off of her, and now she wants to write ideas down on the board, but she doesn't
Yes.
have a board.
Yeah.
So now it's her turn to have a board.
Yes.
She can start writing her ideas down. This is how it happens, guys. When you visualize things, you start writing stuff down. You start to visually see it. It becomes tangible.
Right.
Once it
Because
becomes tangible,
Yeah.
then you take action on it.
Because before, when I was involved in past businesses and my upline used to teach this strategy to us for, you know, for goal setting, I was only putting on that board what they perceived me
It was
as.
very vague.
It was very vague,
Yeah.
and that doesn't seem like I was happy with it. Then I started learning more through my mentors over the years, and they're
Yeah.
like, no, Ace, you need to create your own board. Just like Rich needs to have his own, you have to have your own,
Yep.
okay? And if you want to do it as a couple, as a project together, even better. But you do have your own goals because we are individuals. Okay? So when you have a dream, your dream will become the reality that you speak into existence by having the actual image, the vision, the picture of
Yes.
it. So go online, start searching all over the place for some pictures. You know, don't make it digital. It has to be physical. It has to be physical. I got lazy with putting it in digital, and there used to be a website called digitaldreamboard.com. It's no longer in existence. But I used that, and I never really took advantage of utilizing it and looking at it every day like I should because it was digital. So it's so easy to turn away from it. But when you have it physical, it's right there on your wall.
Oh, God.
There
yeah.
you go. You have it
Yeah.
right in your house, right in your
Yeah.
refrigerator, right in your face. Pull down the vision board right there. When you're driving your car, look underneath the mirror of the visor. There's your goal statement right there staring at you in the face. Why are you
Yeah.
doing what you're doing?
It's true.
Remind
It's
yourself,
true.
subconsciously, remind yourself why you do what you do and why you want to crush it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Because the question comes back to it again. What if you can crush it?
What if you can?
How would you feel?
Hmm.
What emotions will be running through your body, your mind? You know, would you change? Would you change for the better? Would you change for the worse? These are questions that are very important. It's all about success. We've seen people that, you know, we've seen change in the industry. People that we know that they completely became a whole different person when they started making a lot of money.
Yeah.
We've seen people that made a lot of money that have, become even better versions of themselves. So it's like
You transform.
you transform.
You transform.
So you have to really think about who you really are and choose exactly, what is it that you see. Okay? When you crush it, what is it that you see? Okay? I know what I see. Right now we're going through a fitness challenge, and today was not easy.
Woo, honey.
This is day 2, and we have to do squats, and we have to do calves and hamstrings. And I know that when you do squats, it increases the natural steroid in your body, increases endorphins. My body's not used to it. Heart's beating like fast and stuff, right? I'm still kind of like charged up, but it's a challenge.
It is.
So I'm taking this challenge not just for my body and my health, but to structure also my business. I want to get clear. I want to be healthy. I want to be more clear-minded. So when you work out, you're more clear-minded, right?
Yes.
So I'm looking at it as like, what if we can crush it in the next 90 days with our fitness? You see what I'm saying? We have that vision of what I want to look like in 90 days, how I want to feel like in 90 days, how my mindset is going to shift in 90 days. You see what I'm saying? I'm looking at every aspect of my life like that. What if I can crush this part of my life? What if I can crush this part of my life? What if I can create more relationships in this part of you see what I'm saying? So that's a magical question. What if you can crush it? I mean, you guys are going to go to bed just hearing this from my voice over and over and over. What if you can crush it?
And I realized that, the longer we keep saying we're going to do things tomorrow, and we keep putting it off to tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, we're guilty, guys.
It's not serving you. It's not serving you. And like I said in Reno, you got to let go of that idea that you don't know how to do this, and you don't understand that, and then like you don't think you can be successful as the people that walk across the stage.
Yeah.
Yes, you can.
That's
because
BS.
I was in that place of mind when I was at an event, sitting in the audience, looking at people. I was on the opposite end. Now I'm on the other side, and I can see the transformation that had come from me just getting rid of my stinking thinking and started thinking more wealthy and started thinking about results.
And she was worried, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, you see Ace on stage and she's just crushing it, right? But here's the thing. You guys don't know the backstory. The first time that she was going to be talking on stage for the company in front of a lot of people, she came to me and she's like, Rich, I'm scared.
I'm freaking out.
How do I do this? Can you give me some pointers? I mean, you talked before on stage in Vegas for different companies.
Yeah.
Can you help me out here? And I'm like, well, just be yourself, number 1. 2, when you're out there, look in the the audience, pick one person, look at their eyes, choose another person, look at their eyes. And these little things that I just gave her tips on, she was still scared. But what did she do? She still went out there, scared or not, and she still did it. Now, the next time around, she still got the little heebie-jeebies. We all do, right? For me, I've been in a band for many years, so I don't get as nervous. I still get a little nervous, but not as much, right? Because I've seen a lot of people, big crowds and stuff. For you, she still gets a little nervous before she goes out there because people are waiting for her, before she speaks. And but to me, if you don't have that, it's like you're numb, right? So that's why for me, no matter how far I go into it, I'm still going to have those nerves, right? I'm still going to have those nerves. It's just normal, and that makes you really be aware and be in the moment that it's time to crush it.
Not only that, but there was a professional speaker who's been in the industry of public speaking for over 8 years, and he gave me some pointers in the backstage.
Cool.
And he told me, I would be worried, Ace, if you go out there and you weren't nervous or you weren't scared, because it's totally natural to have that feeling.
Yeah.
And it also means that you really care about what you're about to speak on.
Yeah.
So, you can totally crush it, with being scared. So you do it afraid, right? You do it afraid. Because he told me, once you go out there, you're gonna break ice, but after that, you'll see how smooth sailing is gonna be. It's like over before you even know it.
It's over like in a second.
It's always the first part when you get up there and you start speaking that it becomes nerve-wracking a little bit. But that's the brain telling you that.
Yeah, I mean,
That's your mind.
it's
Yeah.
the same thing. Like
It happens to everybody. Les Brown goes through it. Every public speaker told me they go through it.
Every
It's
artist,
natural.
every musician,
Singers,
You know, I still remember,
Mhm.
you know, every time we toured and hit different towns and different places. I remember when we were going on.
Yeah.
It would be dark and the crowd would be, you know, waiting for us, and we would go on the stage with no lights. And I remember, you know, when it was time, the lights go out when it's your turn, and then the smoke fills the stage, and our intro starts, and we have to walk on the stage. Heart was pumping, you know, nervousness set in,
Yes.
and you know, but that is a normal feeling and a normal reaction, and it's uncomfortable, right? But it's a good uncomfortable. And then about a few minutes later, it's over. You don't even feel nervous anymore.
Yeah.
It's like that first. It's the first part when you first get to that point. It's just about to go out there, and then bang, it just goes away because
It's
it
like
just it
your
starts.
heart is pounding.
Yeah, it starts, it goes, and then it's over with before you know it. You're like, that's
Yeah.
it? Wow, that was quick. You know what I mean? Because it just goes by fast.
I know people that get like that when they first start driving traffic.
Yeah.
They're like,
Well,
"Oh."
anything in
scared,
their
you
business,
know?
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just what it's about.
It's uncomfortable, and you know what? You are supposed to be uncomfortable. It's not supposed to be comfortable.
It's not supposed to be, yeah. I mean,
Success is
if
not
it-
supposed to be comfortable.
If it was easy, everybody would try it. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But that's why I commend every single one of you for making that decision, because
Yes.
you are the few people, okay, in existence that made a choice that the majority are not willing to do. And for that, you should give yourself a pat on the back.
There you go.
That's the first thing. You should give yourself a
Yes.
pat on the back. See, you're hard on yourself. Don't be hard on yourself. You know? Just take this one day at a time. Don't be hard on yourself, because you should be proud of yourself that you were going to take action when most people are not.
Now, Joyce Jolly says something here in her comments. She's saying, I have a vision board, but I need to create one for business.
Okay, cool.
If you feel that that is what you need to do in order to stay focused, then go for it. But the
Right.
way I look at things is your business is the jet fuel. It is the actual fuel that's going to drive the results in order for you to attain those goals.
Right.
So
Right.
you don't need to create a separate vision board for business and a separate vision board for, you know, for your life. You need one board. Just one board, and put everything you want to accomplish. Everything. And all the 12 categories that we talked about yesterday on the inner circle, right?
Yes, yes.
You want all those areas, all those categories covered right inside your vision board. You want to hit on every category.
If you guys have not seen that, don't worry about it. I'm gonna actually put that video on YouTube. It was really good. It was awesome.
Yeah, Rich is going to put it on YouTube.
Yeah. I can tell you guys that, well, Joyce, for example, if you want to work on your vision for your business, get a whiteboard. Okay.
Yes.
Get a whiteboard. You know, something like this. I don't know if you guys can see this. All right. Get a whiteboard like that. Okay. And because vision
That's a
board,
big one.
yeah, vision board. It was on sale, so I grabbed it.
Yeah.
Vision board it's good for, like, you know, the spongy type with the thumbtacks and stuff. So you could, like, you know, put your images of what you want yourself to look like, if it's health,
Yeah.
where you want to move to, if it's where you want to move, your house, right? That's cool for that. But when it comes to a vision board for your business, Joyce, I would get a whiteboard and some markers and start drawing out your plan.
Yep.
Because once you start drawing, your brain starts
Starts
to go.
going on like overdrive, and then all these ideas
Yeah,
you
just
don't
start
want
popping
to.
out. You start brain dumping.
You don't want to store those ideas for a long period of time,
No.
otherwise they end up diminishing and they end up going into your mental faculty and they stay in storage, right?
If
You want to
nobody-
get them out.
If nobody has a whiteboard, I recommend you all get a whiteboard.
Everybody get one.
Okay? On this call, if you don't have a whiteboard, go get a whiteboard. Go to Staples,
Get one.
get a whiteboard. If you're in a different country, I don't know what stores are out there to get a whiteboard, but just go get a whiteboard.
Y'all can't get my discount.
And,
I ain't there no more.
And grab,
You know?
yeah, and grab the markers.
Yeah.
Okay? I use the Expo markers. You can see right here.
Yep.
All right. I have a whole shitload of them, actually. But I'll tell you that with those markers, I mean, I'm always writing stuff out, and it's easier to erase and everything. You know, I got the whole eraser that goes with it, right? Really cool. If you guys want to see the name of that eraser, this is really good. Get this eraser. It's the best one. Okay. and start mapping it out. Start drawing squares for your emails.
You'll
and,
feel so much
yeah.
better. You'll feel in the moment. You also will feel like a business owner because, as entrepreneurs, when we're actively doing things, inspiration will find you working. So when you're literally doing, that's a quote by Pablo Picasso I actually shared in Reno.
Nice.
So you want to make sure that you're writing things down. Use the dry erase board. Keep it by your side. Anytime you find ideas that you want to test things, put it on the board.
The majority of people are visual, so I mean that's why for
Yes.
me, I literally need to see my formula away from here on there.
Yes.
So what I did was, and I think I talked about this yesterday. I have an app on my iPhone, right? My iPhone 10, and what I did was it records like my notes, right? So like I wrote my notes, and you see right here, it said create 7 different, different ideas for the week.
And you did that on the plane.
I did it on the plane, right?
Yeah.
So when I did that, I already had it here. I put it here, okay? And then when I got home, I started drawing it out on the board. I brain dumped it. I got it out of here to put here because I didn't want to think about it anymore. I wanted to take action on it. What happens is, guys, if we don't take action on an idea, it just sits there and nothing happens. The majority of people that go to their grave, okay, safely,
Yes.
They died with their ideas in their mind. They never ever let it out. And could you imagine how many ideas could have changed the world? There's so many ideas that could have changed this planet, but they went to the grave with those people.
So for those of you who are journaling, okay, it's been a while since I've journaled. I actually used to teach on this. But for those of you who are like writing things down, you don't have to have like a physical journal, but if you do, great. Start documenting what we talked about today. Like start a new, page and say, this is how I'm going to feel when I crush it. Act as if and speak into existence exactly how you're going to attract your success. How you're going to literally feel emotionally, okay, when you crush it. And write it down, because when you write it and your brain sees you writing it, you're telling yourself, your future self, I'm ready, I'm coming for you. Okay?
And and just for Joyce as well, Joyce, start writing on the whiteboard. Get that whiteboard and start writing down, okay, Monday, I get out of work at this time. Write down what you're supposed to be doing, right? And then write down the next day, the following day. Before you know it, it's like you start to visually see what you're supposed to be doing. You're not guessing, you're not thinking anymore, you're not, wondering what to do. It's mapped out, and then you're doing testing, and you're finding out like, okay, this is working for me really good, and this is not working for me really well. So then you can just adjust, right? Remember, you were there. What did Tim Irway talk about? It's not about just walking a straight line. It's about walking, turning, that means measuring, and figure out where you're going, okay? You just don't want to walk. If you keep walking straight, you're going to fall off the stage. Remember that? Right? If you guys were at the event, that's what it meant. So if you just keep measuring, you're adjusting. I'm always adjusting, right? So I started out with 2 lives in a week. So the next adjustment is like different lives throughout the rest of the week. You see what I'm saying? This right here might stick, it might not. But what did I do? I'm testing. I'm adjusting. So if I see a good response, then guess what? I'm going to keep it. If I see the same kind of response, I'm going to adjust it to something else. Because I'm measuring, I'm looking at it, I'm visualizing, I can see it in my own eyes. See, it makes a big difference, guys. You can't run by just your invisible thoughts. Stuff in your head is invisible thoughts, right? It's not tangible until you start writing stuff down.
Do you write it down? So, like we said, make sure you get the whiteboard and also work on your collage, work on your vision board. But the whiteboard is really going to help you attain that, because a lot of people who get started in this industry, they forget why they're doing this, and so by not having a whiteboard, it doesn't make them active, so they're just drifting on the internet. And that can happen. Your attention, your focus gets deterred. There's a lot of things in your news feed that really, turns your attention to what is going on. The whiteboard keeps you on point. If the whiteboard is blank, it's telling you, hello, you need to write on me. I need some ideas here. Every single time, and this is what I wanted to say, every single time Rich came up with an idea, he didn't keep the idea. He wrote the idea, and he started, like I said, like Einstein, he started writing formulas. Like the board was full of formulas. and he was mapping out funnels and things like that for our business. And every single time he created it, we made money.
How do you think the people that are on our team, okay, we've been sharing the indoctrination email, right, which is your primary. I literally wrote that formula on this board by a square. I drew a square, primary list, another square, broadcast list, another square. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
And then I wrote 7 other squares or 5 other squares for the indoctrination, how many emails for that list underneath the first square. You see what I'm saying? I like to draw out things and then I map it out and then I take action on it and then I teach it.
Oh,
right?
yeah, and that's the key point. You can't just write an idea and not take action on it, whether it is going to be good and give you results or it's going to be bad and fail. The point is to fail forward as fast as you quickly humanly can.
Yes.
That's how you can do it. So let's go ahead and do Q&A, Rich.
Yeah, I think it's time for Q&A.
That was great, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, let's take a look here. Guys, if you know how we roll, go ahead, Freedom Warriors, and put in the queue and write out your questions so that we can go ahead and answer them for you.
Okay, let's see
go
what we
over
got
here.
here.
On YouTube, let's take a look.
Freedom Breakthrough. What's up? What's happening? Mark. All right. So, yeah, Q&A time, guys. Make sure that you put Q in front of the question. It's Q&A time. Let's see. All right. So, let me see where we got in Q's. Maybe we did it again. Maybe we actually gave them the goods and they have no questions.
I know.
No questions, guys?
Very important that your mindset is literally structured right, because people tend to fall off the wagon when they get in this industry. And what happens is they make very bad decisions, almost stupid decisions that they don't want to take responsibility for. So this is why we're telling you, make sure that you understand this is a business. And having the tools and the resources necessary to succeed in this industry is going to help you. It is real, guys. It is absolutely real. Having the whiteboard, creating the collage for your vision, and taking massive action on it.
Right. So I'll tell you this, okay? I'm sorry, we got a question from Mandy. Is there a strategy to help us figure out to get crystal clear on what we want? Okay.
Strategy to get crystal clear.
On what you want. So we can't tell you what you want.
Yeah.
You have to know exactly what you want, but you can do this exercise. What is it that you're disappointed about in your life? What is it that you want to change in your life and start writing it down on the board? Okay? What is it that you're disappointed with, what you don't like, and then, draw a line down the middle, and on the other side, start drawing things that what you do want, like where you want to be. Like, what do you want to change? So you draw the negative stuff on this side, you draw the positive stuff on this side, like what you want. How would you feel, right? All those emotions.
Right.
And then you'll start getting ideas of like, okay, well now, I knew I want to move. I don't want to be at the same place anymore. Or my car is getting really, really bad. I need a new car. Start drawing things out. Write things down that you want to change, but put the negative stuff that you don't like in your life to remind you of why you're doing it in the first place.
Exactly.
You can't remind yourself on why you're doing it if you don't have the things written down that you don't want in your life.
Exactly.
It's a very good exercise.
So let me take a look here. Marcus still says, should I go back to doing solo ads myself? Not just only do the traffic sources for traffic.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, that stuff is.
Yeah. Okay, so I know what you're saying. Yeah, Mark, I really think, well, Mark is asking, like, should we focus back on, solo ads and what he was doing before? And I'm like, yes, of course you should. Okay?
Yeah.
And the reason why is because you want to make sure that you focus on what is working for you. So in other words, you got 3 sales from running a traffic source. It worked for you. So why don't you go a little deeper down the rabbit hole on that and learn more deeper skill sets on that to get even more results, right? So for example, there's 2 traffic sources that I shared with you, right? And those are only for team members only. That's why I deleted the comment there. I don't want nobody to know that, because these traffic sources, I share it with our team members only. That's it. Okay, that's a benefit of being on our team. Okay, so I will continue doing what you're doing. So let's say that you have a partnership and you're running, you have a running buddy. This person over here could run on that one, and then over here you could run on the other one. And then you can go to Udemy and test different solo ad vendors.
Yeah.
And you could, like, one could do one could do the other, and then you come back together, you talk about it, and you say, I ran with this guy, I got great results. I ran with this guy, I don't know, it didn't work out so great. So what you guys are doing, you're utilizing each other as a team, and then what's working is that you're building leverage with each other. And that, my friend, is very, very powerful. So I hope that helped.
That's a great accountability partnership, keeping each other accountable. Really good strategy.
I think next week, if I remember, actually, you know what? Hold on.
Yeah, he's writing on the board.
Video for next week on Tuesday.
Yes.
We'll be talking about the Running Buddy system.
The Running Buddy system. Awesome. And speaking of that, we have established, since we got back from Reno, new accountability partners, and we're going to be being accountable to them as much as they're going to be accountable to us. And we'll be meeting daily so that we can actually accomplish our goals together, right? And Rich will be going over that next week.
Absolutely.
Next week?
Yeah, next Tuesday I will be talking about the Running Buddy system next Tuesday, and that is to have a partner, and really I'll go into a little bit of detail on that next week. That'll help you guys get motivated and inspired.
Now, this is an interesting question from a Freedom Warrior. It says that I get brain fog in writing my broadcast emails.
Oh, I can help you out with that.
Is there a formula for actually writing the daily emails?
Yes, there is. Yes, there is. That's called not reinventing the wheel. That's not you trying to come up with stuff all on your own.
Heck yeah, man.
It's called open up write this down.
Oh, God, yeah. Write this down.
Have a whiteboard
Everybody,
yet? Write it down.
Everybody, write this down.
Open up a separate Gmail account. Okay? And call it whatever you will. And then that email is only specifically designed for one thing. It is to opt in to other leaders' list in your niche, your competitors, and find out how are they marketing to their list. Because evidently, if they're getting results, they know what they're doing. Correct? Yes. So what you want to do is you want to model after what works. You don't want to plagiarize. You don't want to steal.
Correct.
But you want to find out exactly how are they writing their emails, how are they writing their stories, and when you visually can see something, right, guys, visually, then it actually makes sense. Then you can get inspired and get ideas. You can't do it out of thin air. So I'm not going to sit here and go, right now, I need to create an email from scratch. I can't do that. Unless I had a thought that came about while I was out and about, right?
Yeah.
So let's say you're out and about, and you're shopping, or you're hanging out with friends, or you're just out and about, and idea sparks.
I have a great way to tackle this.
Hold on.
I have a great way to tackle this stuff.
An idea just could spark at any moment, right?
Yes.
So we all have cell phones. You can get just one of those quick voice recorders and start writing down an idea for an email. And then guess what? You got it. You go home. You got the idea.
So if you guys don't understand, okay, Freedom Warriors, if you don't understand about modeling, let me explain it in layman's terms, okay? Modeling simply means, let's say, for example, you are on someone else's list and they wrote a piece of content, such as an email broadcast in the morning about hamburgers, okay? And in the subject line, it says, what if you could cook a hamburger less than 5 minutes and it was well done, for example. So what if you could cook a hamburger in less than 5 minutes and it was well done? That is what the expert wrote about in the subject line. The way I would model the subject line instead of copying it, okay, modeling is, what if you can cook a hot dog in less than 5 minutes? You see how I changed it?
Yeah, or
you can change it around.
Or I would use a similar title, and I would say, like, do you cook your hamburger raw?
Nice. There you go.
That's what I'm saying. But because that's the way I think, and a lot of people think that way too. When they visually see something first, they can instantly get some ideas from visually seeing something.
Yes.
If they don't see something and they're trying to create something from nothing, a thin air, they struggle. They're like, oh my God, I can't write an email. Help me.
It's not the same.
Kill me
And
now.
one of the books that I could recommend for helping you guys if you struggle with this, you have brain fog, you worry about what to write about, is Open Click Buy by John Benson. It helped me tremendously, and it really gave me a better perception of how I should be approaching my leads when I'm actually creating content on a daily, consistent basis. And it will help you learn about how the formula works when it comes to writing emails that'll get clicks and will get opens.
Yeah.
So Open Click Buy by John Benson. Rich, you want to put that in there, or should I get that for you?
Yeah, go get that for me.
Okay.
And then I'll put it in there.
And check out the
Any other questions, guys?
Joyce.
Can you send us some examples of your formulas? Oh God, I have so many backed up. I mean, and I've talked about it so many times. The goal, and believe it or not, I don't have to, because in the private inner circle, those formulas I share with you is what I've mapped out, what I've drawn out, right? So there's no need for me to share it because I've been sharing it.
Exactly.
Okay? So just go back and look at the past stuff that I've been sharing as far as our private inner circle team training, okay? And then you can get the gist from there. Now, if I come up with new stuff, like I'm always doing, I'm always going to train you guys also on that. We're doing some other stuff on branding. We're going to be sharing that also inside the inner circle training as well. But I want you guys to get out there and start drawing your stuff on your board. Get that whiteboard. Start drawing out your emails. Start drawing out your squares. Start getting creative and start mapping it out visually, so when you're doing it, it makes sense, right? It's simple. It's like kindergarten stuff, man. We could all do that. It's not hard. It's very simple. So she just put the link to the book, Open Click Buy, right there. I just clicked on it and checked it out. Oh yeah, look at that. That book helped us out quite a bit. She got excited about that book so much, she was in bed reading it to me. I'm telling you. She's like, yeah, read this, look at it. And I'm like, oh wow, that's fascinating.
I took pictures with it, and
it was interesting.
It got people interested, and people said that they actually learned a lot from just reading that book, and they started applying the principles of email marketing into that, because this guy is a awesome copywriter. Like, he literally gotten, like, what was it, Ryan Dice said that his book was better than his. That's how good it was. So obviously, if you got Ryan Dice saying, hey man, your book is better than mine, and you cover some stuff that I didn't get to cover, then obviously you better get the book.
Guys, do you know how I learned that formula about opening up a separate Gmail account? You don't know. I'm going to share it, how it all came about. Okay? You're going to love this. So the first company I was a part of was Carbon Copy Pro, right? And this is 2008. And I talked to some leaders when I went to an event. Hello, guys. Events. And this is where I got the secret. And I said, this is back in the early days when I first started, just like you guys are starting. So I feel your pain. Yeah. So that's why I try to help you guys out, because I feel your pain. And I'm like, guys, I don't know what to write about in my emails. What do I write about? And they're like, oh, that's easy, man. I'm like, really? He's like, yeah, Rich, this is what I want you to do. Go and open up a separate Gmail account. Get on 5 different lists. Look at the top of the leaderboards in the company. Find out who are the movers and shakers in the next 30 days. Get on their list. Find out how they're emailing their list and model after what works. Don't reinvent the wheel. Mm-hmm. That's exactly what I was told, and still to this day is exactly what I do.
Exactly. If you guys got value from that piece, make sure that you're smashing the likes button and give us a thumbs up here on YouTube, Freedom Warriors. I see you guys there.
I don't see any likes yet. Oh, come on now.
Thumbs up, man. Give us some thumbs up.
I just gave us some.
There we go. We started the chain.
Come on, guys.
No, but that is absolutely what has helped a lot of our business, is to do that actually as a strategy. Model after what works. Stop reinventing the wheel.
All leaders modeled before they became leaders, too.
Exactly. Yeah.
And they still model. You don't think leaders model? You want to be surprised. If you only knew. And it's great when you see something in front of you. And when I get emails and I go, ooh, that's inspiring. Or you see something they do, and it gives you ideas for marketing too.
Right.
Right? You don't have to copy them, but the idea is so there in front of you.
You have to drill down.
You can model after it.
You have to drill down ideas. I know it's not something you're normally accustomed to, but you are in business.
Yeah, their idea came from another idea, and their idea came from that idea, and how do you think it happens?
The bulk of your business is built on internet. So you've got to utilize all the platforms you can, but always focus on one thing at a time.
Yes.
And email marketing is key and essential to really building the relationship and also upping your brand authority when it comes to establishing that credibility with your audience. Your leads are looking to you for answers. You should be writing about them.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm on so many different leaders' lists, and then if I find a new leader that came on board that's crushing it, I'm going to get on their list. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but doesn't that make sense now that you think about it? I mean, wouldn't you want to know
Be
what's
honest
working?
with yourselves. Doesn't it make sense?
Yeah, like I want to know what's working. Like, why do I have to like try to imagine something then and try to reinvent the wheel and try to be an inventor of something that I can just take 10 years to try to figure out how it works? No. That person's crushing it. Get on their list and find out why they're crushing it. You know, it's called spying on the competition.
Freedom Warrior says, for some reason I thought this was the same YouTube live from yesterday and almost missed the entire live. I get the notification, but how can I distinguish your lives from the previous ones? We're not wearing the same clothes.
That's a good
We're not
one.
wearing the
That's a good
same
one.
clothes. We do a live every day. There's no previous recordings or anything like that. When we do a
Yeah.
live, we go live on the
We go
spot.
live.
Right there. So look at, you can see us from the covers. We're not wearing the same clothes. And also look at the dates. The published date will actually be the date of the live.
Yeah, not only that, but I have to change the title when the live goes on. That's why you see that screen, live stream coming soon or starting soon.
Yeah.
It's because while that's up there, I'm updating the actual title.
That's how I could tell when I see some of the leaders wear the same clothes all the time. I can tell they actually blocked out that whole day to bang out like 5 or 6 videos. And they did it all recorded.
You know what I've done?
Yeah.
I've actually done that, 7 videos like in one day is my record. And I changed my shirt for every video. Hey, you gotta think outside the box.
You sure do, man. You
know?
got to. Yeah.
So, and George Dallas said, yes, that makes sense. Why be,
Don't
the wheel?
reinvent the wheel.
There's no sense
It
in
is a
doing
golden rule. Jim Rome talked about it. Jim Rome always said, don't reinvent the wheel. Don't try to make up things that don't need to be there. You can add to it, but don't reinvent it.
What Chrome extensions do you recommend?
Dinesh.
I use that's Dinesh. I use Keyword Everywhere. That's the one that I recommend highly.
Keyword Everywhere.
And of course, I use vidIQ. I like the data I get from vidIQ. TubeBuddy works just the same.
TubeBuddy.
They're all good. They're
good. Yeah.
But I use vidIQ because I started out with vidIQ, went to TubeBuddy, and I'm like, I'm going back to vidIQ because I've used that first. I'm more comfortable with it.
Yes.
So yeah, a couple of those add-ons on your Chrome extension would be good, like vidIQ and Keyword Everywhere. Now the Keyword Everywhere will give you how many views are searching for a particular keyword, before you create content, so you know what's working out there, so you can be found, which is really, really important. So did we miss any questions?
I'm just checking right now.
No, but I think we got it.
Yeah.
Diane Robin, we change shirts, laugh out loud.
Yeah, I know, right?
Well, yeah, if you do like more than one video a day, I mean, my record is 7 videos in one day. Remember that one day I did that?
Yeah.
In the morning, a Sunday, I got up early in the morning, and then all day I did not budge.
Yeah.
Video, bang, video, bang, video. Had lunch, took a break, another video, bang. And I just kept, and guys, I mapped out 7 squares, video 1, video 2, and then I drew it out before I actually took action on it. That's the power of the whiteboard, I'm telling you.
Yes.
Don't take that lightly. All right, let's see what we got here. I think we're good. I think we're good.
Elsa Helgeson here says, nothing is really difficult. If I wanted to do so, I just didn't like people's pushing on me. I didn't know everything's happening ahead of time. So, why should I be worrying? Exactly. When you run into people who are pushing on you, just keep in mind that those people are amateur and they're desperate, and you know what, they have no knowledge or experience, and all they are is desperate for a sale. And
it's your decision to actually decide if you want to take action on what they're selling.
Exactly.
It shouldn't be like, let's say that we're selling something to you, right? All right, because we're always selling something. We're not going to be like, okay, Elsa, you really need to join this,
right?
And if you don't join this, you're gonna suffer or something like that. We're not gonna do that. What we're gonna do is we're gonna hit you with value, right? We're gonna be like, Elsa, what are you struggling with? What is it that you're stuck with? Okay, have you tried generating the leads? Have you? Great. Now, have you tried following up? Yes, but it's not working well for me. Why is that?
Right.
So what we do is we dig into the problems that you're struggling with to help you and give you that value, right?
Absolutely.
And psychologically, that'll make you want to buy from us because we're giving value first, right? It's a psychological thing. It's called the law of reciprocity, okay? So understand there shouldn't be no pushy sales. And even if you don't buy after the value, it doesn't matter. What matters is you should never feel pressure
Ever.
or being pushed to buy something unless you want to buy something, unless you feel that you want to buy it.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So.
And guys, learn from this too, because just like Elsa's situation, you know, she's exactly explaining what she's gone through and how she feels about how she's been approached. Now think about how your potential customers are feeling about you when you're approaching them that way.
Yeah.
You got to think about that. So don't use those tactics. Those tactics are broken. They don't work. Okay? Thank you, Elsa.
Awesome. Cool beans.
All right, let's take a look here down below. Lots of value today. Awesome, good. And thank you for the thumbs up. Tina says, I have a question. Well, go ahead and type it before we go off the air.
Yes.
Go ahead, Tina, type it.
Put the Q.
Put the Q first, yeah.
All right, let's see.
And check Facebook real quick. Anybody we missed? No? Good. Value, great. I'm ordering a whiteboard. I think you could just drive up to the store and pick one up.
Find out if Staples has it because
yeah, they have them.
I got this nice big whiteboard for really, really cheap.
Yeah.
Because sometimes they have really good sales and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, they're, I like having my big whiteboard.
Yeah.
If you don't have much room, a small whiteboard would do.
Lamar, it's been fun as always. It's fun learning with Ace and Rich.
Yes, definitely.
We keep it fun, and we want you to learn. Yes.
We're here to help you guys out.
And keep the energy high.
Yep. Definitely.
That's what we're all about. So Tina says, I did put the question, but it's above. Okay, so let's see if we can find it.
Oh, okay. Let's see if we can find that question.
There it is. Do you have to do solo ads when you first start out?
No, you don't. You don't. It's just solo ads is the easiest thing to get started and start building your list. It is the easiest way to get things going, right? You get the traffic, right? You get the capture page, you get those leads coming in, and you start building your list. It's that simple. You start following up and get you in production mode as fast as possible. But you don't have to choose that method first. It is recommended because it's the most simplest and fastest way to get you going.
Right.
However, let's say that you don't want to do that. Let's say, I want to learn video ads. Go out there, buy a course, learn how to do it, and take action on it, okay? And stick with it, and now you have your own decision on how you want to drive traffic. See what I'm saying? It's up to you, right? Solo ads is not the end all be all, but it is a good strategy. I mean, we've made a lot of sales through solo ads, a lot. But it's just, you have to learn how to follow up. You have to learn how to make sure that, you know, how to nurture these people and build that relationship and stuff like that. So that's a skill set.
All right, guys. So, you know, speaking about accountability, you know, we got to meet with our accountability partners tonight. But what I'm going to tell you guys is I'm going to make each and every one of you here today on the live accountable to yourselves. And go get that whiteboard, okay?
Yep.
Take a screenshot or a snap picture with your phone and post it in the comments of the live. Or you could tag us on your own wall. I think that would be better if they put it on their wall as a post.
Oh, yeah.
I think you're going to let your followers know that you just became accountable. Yeah. So just go ahead, go shopping, pick up a whiteboard, make your collage for your dream board, and tag us in it, Ace and Rich, okay? Yeah. You must be friends with us on Facebook so that we can see the tag, okay? Yeah. And let us know that you got your whiteboard and you did your collage. We would love to comment on your post so that we can see that you are doing and taking the actions that we are talking about here, okay?
Here's what I think is the most important, okay? You know, people talk about a dream board and a vision board and a whiteboard. I think the first step you guys should really take is the whiteboard.
The whiteboard.
I'm going to tell you why. Once you start drawing out and start mapping out on what you're doing with your business, ideas will start flowing. And when ideas start flowing, that's when your mind becomes like a child again. That's when you start to, you know, have that imagination kick in. That's when you start to dream again. And then when you start dreaming, then you can start creating your vision board. But start drawing some stuff out. Start mapping out your marketing. Start mapping out what your emails look like, right? So you can visually see what you're creating, because what you're doing is you're creating a business from here out there.
Yes.
Just by writing it down. It's
Yes.
amazing. It's amazing, guys.
Tracy Lee has one last question. We'll take it.
Okay.
Rich, it's for you.
Tracy Lee says, question, I am really into building funnels. What by results is the best funnel you've ever created? I've had several for different traffic strategies.
There's not one
Yeah.
funnel that's the best.
I've used lead pages with funnels, but I've also used Power Lead System. The Power Lead System, I can create multiple funnels. I have different
Love
share
Power Lead
codes. I can
System.
customize,
Yes.
and I can do it fairly quickly.
Mm-hmm.
There's one I did when Digital Altitude was available, and Power Lead System, they gave us a share code on that, and I completely customized it and turned it into a sand funnel. Really, really powerful.
Sweet.
And I tested it, and it did convert with video marketing. Now, did it convert as much as I wanted to? No. But the one that I have now is converting better. Why? Because I'm always measuring and testing and changing.
So, guys, was this awesome or what? You guys got a lot of value from today. Make sure you give us some hearts, likes, shares, comments, subscribe to this channel. Make sure you don't miss a beat so that way you get the notifications when we are live and become a Freedom Warrior.
Yes, and just to let you know, we do have some haters out there, okay? And we love you too. We're gonna kill you with kindness. And if you, because every we see like that one thumbs down all the time.
Yeah.
From like, it's always that one thumbs
We've
down.
been watching you.
You know, and it's the same person.
We love you.
You know, we know it.
Mwah.
But we love you and everything. And if you don't like our content, don't give us a thumbs down. Why don't you do this? Why don't you leave a comment and let us know what we could do better to help you if you're struggling with something.
Right.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. Peace out. We are out. We are Ghosts. We love you and appreciate you. And we'll see you on a new live tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We also have Inner Circle team training at 2 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay?
Yep.
So if you guys are not on our team, okay, send us a message and we'll get you on there. And you get on the team and everything, and you'll start learning marketing.
And before we roll credit, just like the end of a movie, I want to make sure that you understand that next week, November 13th, 14th, and the 15th, you can pick either date, okay, and
pick all
time.
3 days if you want.
You pick all 3 days, but we're going live, and we got Mr. X coming. And Mr. X and I have been speaking, and we got the registration link ready to go. So I will be posting that this week for you guys to register for the webinar that's coming up next week, the 13th, the 14th, and the 15th. Don't miss it.
She's been speaking to Mr. X more than me. She's got some secrets going on that she's going to share with me. All I know, it's going to be insane.
Yes.
So I'm going to leave you with this. It's turning the industry upside down. Nuts.
Yes.
And it's a major competition coming. All right, so I love you guys. Appreciate you. We'll see you tomorrow on a new live. And team members, we'll see you on the Inner Circle training at 2 p.m.
See you in class tomorrow.
Eastern Standard Time.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. Take